What if the entire global financial system was being rewritten right under our noses? Well, today we're going to dive into a pretty wild theory that's been making the rounds online. It connects the BRICS nations, the crypto XRP, and a secret plan for a global reset. Let's get into it. And here it is, the claim at the absolute center of this whole thing. The source material doesn't exactly tiptoe around the subject, does it? It just drops this bomb on you. It really makes you wonder, right? What could Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa possibly know about XRP that we don't? So, the big question is there really some kind of secret financial plan going on? Well, to figure that out, we've got to do what the source does. Follow the breadcrumbs. Let's look at the evidence piece by piece and see just how it connects these two, seemingly separate worlds. And this is the central idea we're digging into. The argument here isn't about something happening way off in the future. Nope. The claim is that a quiet integration is happening right now, as these massive economies are building a whole new financial system, kind of behind the scenes. Okay, so if you're going to make a claim that huge, you need some proof, right? So where do we even begin to look? Well, the source says to start with the paper trail, the official documents, the reports, the working papers, stuff published by the BRICS organization itself. And check out this timeline the source puts together. It really shows a clear progression. It all kicks off in 2019, pretty low-key, with a working group just studying crypto for trade. But then, boom, just 1 year later, an official report specifically names the XRP ledger as a potential system. Fast forward to 2022, Russia's finance minister is talking about a joint payment platform with a target launch date of 2025. You can see how it goes from just an idea to a full-blown plan with a deadline. And this, right here, this is a big deal. According to the source, this isn't some random interpretation. This is a direct quote from a BRICS working group report. For people who believe this theory, seeing XRP ledger mentioned by name, well, that's the smoking gun. It's that first piece of hard evidence in the paper trail they've been looking for. All right, so we've got the paper trail, but ideas on paper are one thing, right? The source argues this whole plan didn't just stay in a document. The next logical step? You gotta test it. See if this technology actually works out in the real world. And this is where the rubber really meets the road. We're talking about South Africa, a key BRICS member, running official, fully regulated trials. The source points to two specific companies, Mercury FX and Exago, both testing cross-border payments to the UK. And guess what they were using? XRP. This is what takes the story from a theory in a document to a real-world test. Okay, so let's recap. We've got the documents, that's the plan. We've got the real-world tests, that's the proof of concept. So what's next? The infrastructure, right? The nuts and bolts. How does this BRICS Pay system actually connect to Ripple's network and, XRP? Well, according to the source material, it's all about a key financial partner acting as a bridge. Let's walk through the chain. Step 1, the goal is to create BRICS Pay. Step 2, Standard Chartered Bank comes in and integrates with it. Now, why does that matter? Because, and this is step 3, Standard Chartered has been a partner on RippleNet for a long time. And step 4, RippleNet is the network that uses XRP. So in this story, the bank is the crucial link connecting everything together. And it doesn't stop with just regular payments. The story gets bigger. The source also points to India and the UAE, which, by the way, is one of the new BRICS Plus members, using the XRP ledger to settle huge oil deals. And get this, it even suggests the same tech is being used to tokenize real estate over in the UAE. We're talking about some serious high-value stuff here. Okay, so this is where we zoom out and get to the really big picture part of this theory. The story shifts from just finance and tech to full-on geopolitics. And the source basically says, everything you think you know about global competition, you might need to rethink it. So think about it like this. On one side, you've got the story we always hear in the news, right? It's a financial war, the US versus BRICS, the dollar versus the yuan, a zero-sum game where somebody has to win. But the source we're looking at proposes a totally different reality. It claims this is all a staged conflict, maybe even just a distraction. And in that version of the story, both sides are actually quietly moving to adopt the exact same neutral bridge technology, something like XRP, as part of a coordinated global reset. Not a war, but a planned transition. So, let's put it all together. We've connected the dots from official papers to real-world tests to huge banking partnerships, and even a whole new way of looking at geopolitics. So, what's the bottom line? What does it all mean? Here's the final conclusion the source presents.
To put it simply, the argument is that none of this is happening by accident. The claim is that the paper trail, those central bank tests, and all these strategic partnerships, they all point to one thing: a deliberate, pre-planned shift to a brand new global financial system. And in this new system, XRP is right at the heart of it.
And that brings us to the final, really provocative thought the source leaves us with. It doesn't frame this global reset as something that might happen. No, it's presented as something that's already programmed, a done deal. And it all boils down to one single question for you. Are you positioned?